It is a beautiful day at Mount Midoriyama with some new obstacles ready to be taken on, as well as some oldies from the past. The 4 stages of Mount Midoriyama are looming large, but can anyone defeat this course and take home 25 pounds for their efforts? Let's find out in Tournament 3 of Tricky Sasuke. Hello everyone, my name is TrickyCyrus, and welcome to the 3rd tournament of Tricky Sasuke. In the last tournament, we saw 50 competitors take on the course, but in the end, all 50 competitors failed once again. We did see some improvement from Tournament 1, as we saw 8 competitors complete the first stage, double from Tournament 1, and we broke through as 3 competitors were able to reach the 3rd stage in Cyan, Rivalis, and Tunvi. Unfortunately, all 3 competitors would meet defeat on the 3rd stage, with Cyan failing the crazy cliffhanger and Rivalis and Tunvi going out on the floating boards on the 2nd wraparound. Rivalis eventually did come home with a 1st place finish, but today we have 50 more chances of crowning our 1st Grand Champion. With all that said, can anyone defeat this course and make history? Well, let's go to the 1st stage start line and see what our 50 challengers are going to have to face on the 1st stage. The 1st stage had a few modifications from the last tournament, including 2 new obstacles and 2 modified obstacles. The first obstacle is the brand new counting steps. Competitors need to use the number steps in order to make it to their side by counting 1, 2, and 3. Up next is the harder log grip, where the mount block has been taken out and the dismount has been a little bit more higher. From there, it's the brand new pyramid road. Our competitors need to use the mongoose and drive it past the 7 pyramids in the way without getting knocked off. Going too slow will cause you to lose some time, while going too fast could result in you rushing and falling off one of the sides. Going over the pyramids is optional, but it is really difficult to do that. If our competitors can reach the black line and get out, they will then move on to the next obstacle, which is the modified dragon glider. This tournament, our competitors must use a grapple to grab onto the red ball or the white rod that's supporting the ball, and the lip from the first track has been taken out. After that, it's the easier ramp battle with only 6 ramps as opposed to 11, and the final obstacle is the same tricky wall. If our competitors can complete the entire course and hit the landmine and do it within the 90-second time limit, you will move on to the 2nd stage. Now let's commence Tricky Sasuke Tournament 3. Well, our first competitor will be a rando in LU Story Puma 7455, using that mongoose to get up, but it doesn't matter, and they are off. The first obstacle is the counting steps, replacing the cat grab from the previous 2 tournaments, meant to be a little bit easier for our competitors. Through the first obstacle, no problem. Now onto the log grip, which has been made more difficult. The starting block has been removed, and the dismount has been made higher, so our competitors need to get a crouch jump for that. Let's see if LU can pull it off. Can they do it? Goes to dismount, comes up short, couldn't get back on the log, and they are out on the log grip. Oh dear. Okay, second up is It's Gibbit, yeah. Or It's Gibbite, whatever. Anyway, they're off onto the counting steps. Almost fails that 3rd jump there, but no problem, as they move on to the log grip. Alright, let's see if they can make the 3rd log. Nicely done. Can they make the dismount? No, they can't, and they pull in. Oh dear. Hits their head, and they are out on the log grip. Well, up next is not myself, because why would I run my own course? It's this guy in Wistful Zad. Let's see how he does. And he is off on the counting steps. Is it meant to be a difficult obstacle? Just a simple one to make our competitors hopefully have some hope. And they're onto the log grip now. Alright, Wistful Zad. I'll call him Zad, why not? Anyway, taking his time as he's trying to get around the first log. Alright, gonna go for the second one, lands it nicely. Alright, can they make the one a little further away than the first one? Can they do it? They're gonna go for it, and they come up short. And, oh dear, they've hit their head. Oh dear. Look at the replay, kind of short of that 3rd log, but he hits his head on the bottom of the log. That must be painful. But sadly, once again, we have another competitor failing the log grip. Bad luck to Zad. Well, hoping to end this log grip string of fails is King Remix. King Remix. It doesn't matter. Anyway, let's see how Remix will do. And he is off. King looking pretty good so far on the counting steps. No problem. Makes him looks like child play as he moves on to the lug grip. No one's beaten this so far. Can King Remix become our first competitor to beat the lug grip? All right. Well, misses that jump up there. Can he get it a second time around? Yes, he can. He's going to be the first competitor to take a look at the new obstacle, the Pyramid Road. He needs to navigate the mongoose across the 7 pyramids. Taking a bit of time as he gets onto the obstacle. That first pyramid all pushed him off, but nevertheless, he's fine. Oh, his right front wheel's caught by that second pyramid, but he's still advancing. Making his way through, but he wants to go a little bit quicker than this. 50 seconds left on the clock. Taking a lot of time, but he wants to just get to the end of the obstacle. I think that's more important. Just getting to the end of the obstacle. Doesn't matter if it's in time, even though, let's be honest, probably got no shot of clearing the scores, but that's okay. All right. King Remix is through, and now he's going to be the first competitor to take on the Dragon Glider, with the mount being a grappling. He needs to grapple onto that ball and get onto the barrel successfully. Now, you can either, he looks like he's not going to get a jump off the platform, and he overshoots it, and lands on the track. He's disqualified, and King Remix is out on the Dragon Glider. Oh dear. Let's look at a replay here. There are 2 different techniques you can use. You can either don't jump and grapple it, or you can jump and grapple it. The difference is, though, if you don't jump, you're more likely to overshoot it. If you jump, you can at least counter it, but unfortunately, he just didn't jump and completely overshoots it, and he is out in the Dragon Glider. Bad luck to King Remix. After that rather impressive run, we had 4 more competitors on the course. First up was Louis with a whole bunch of numbers who went out on the lug grip mount. We then had Bowser Blade 7310, who took about 15 seconds to try and get to the platform of the lug grip, and eventually decided to just walk off the log and just give up. Oh dear, that's a bit mid. We then had Monkey Feet 5, who became the first competitor to fail the counting steps, coming up short of the number 3. Oh dear. And finally, we had Traversol, who unfortunately failed to dismount of the lug grip. Oh dear. Well, up next is Emperor Raven. No relation to Raven from Teen Titans Go. But anyway, Raven is off. All right. Raven handling the counting steps very nicely. Raven is a very easy first obstacle. Wants to replace the cat grab. Oh, a little bit of a stumble there as he moves us to the lug grip. Kind of looks like Free Mode Direct. Thankfully, this is not Free Mode Direct because Free is not a rando. Free will be running way later in this tournament. Anyway, Raven trying to make the jump up. Oh, he's looking a bit lost there. Come on, Raven. Can he get the jump up? Oh, he goes a bit sideways, but nevertheless, he's fine. This one's recorded in theater mode, so he may walk a bit weirdly. Well, the tires aren't even moving on the mongoose. Anyway, Raven into the Pyramid Road. But he's only down to 45 seconds left. He may want to keep up the pace here. Come on, Raven. All right, Raven taking his time going around. All right. This is more of a time killer rather than an actual killer. But obviously, some people are going to rush this obstacle. And with only 30 seconds left, he needs to get moving. Raven, obviously, he's got no shot of clearing now. But Raven going to move on to the Dragon Glider. He's trying to line it up. Raven, he's shooting at it. That's not what you want to do. Come on, Raven. You've got 20 seconds left. Stop wasting your time and go. Come on, dude. All right, Raven. All right, he's trying to line himself up. But with only 12 seconds left, Raven, he's going to hit the klaxon. Raven's just wasting his time. Just, dude, go. Down to 5 seconds. Raven, my goodness. He is out of time on the 4th obstacle. My goodness, Raven. What is he thinking? He finally goes for it, Raven. He gets somewhat close, but he overshoots it. And that is going to be a timeout on the Dragon Glider. My goodness, that was absolutely dreadful. Let's look at a replay here, even though this doesn't really count. He gets somewhat close, but unfortunately he just releases too early, and it's not enough to get onto the barrel, and Raven is out on the Dragon Glider. Well, up next is not that guy. It's the guy in blue. Wait, they're both blue. Oh my goodness. Anyway, the person we're focusing on is Miki 2026. I don't know why they've got 2026 in their name. Maybe they were born this year, but that's not really that good because I don't think a 1-year-old can have a game that's for 16-year-olds. Anyway, Miki is off. Alright. Miki gets onto the number 3. Alright, Miki, you need to run in a straight line. Oh dear, that is not the way you want to go out.
Next up is Freshy 3008. He is not that fresh of a competitor, but whatever, you have to deal with the competitor that you got. Anyways, but however, he gets past the first obstacle, facing the second obstacle, the wall grip. Freshy gets the second one. Can he get the third one? He will. Anyways, and now he's gonna hopefully get the dismount and attempt the pyramid road. But he's okay. Well, he gets it, and now facing the pyramid road. This obstacle is all about how well you can time, and Freshy is not a fresh competitor on the pyramid road as he's out. Yeah, let's just look now and replay. As you can see, he just didn't quite get it. As you can see, he had the pyramid. The pyramid went sliding down on him as he failed, and he could have even recovered himself. What a shame. Next up is No Brainer. He probably has no brain, but he's competing on Tricky Sasuke. And he's on the first obstacle. He's beating the first obstacle and he gets it. Now he's onto log grip. Hopefully he can do the same as some of our other competitors as beating the obstacle. As he's oh what a safe jump by there. That was pretty close, but he gets it. And now he's onto Pyramid Road with 66 seconds left. Hopefully he doesn't. Whoa. Next time he needs to learn how to drive. Anyways, I'm with 58 seconds left. He's onto Pyramid Road. He's getting past it pretty nicely. As he's going across with only 46 seconds left. If he does want to clear, he really needs to pick up the pace. As he gets past the stage. Anyways, he's onto the Dragon Ladder now. Can he beat this obstacle? It's a new addition with the grapple now. With 33 seconds, there's no chance of him clearing, so he needs to go. He gets a grapple, but he's disqualified as he touches the track. And to be honest, if he did beat the obstacle, he would have timed out. So, at this rate, it doesn't really matter. And you know what? Let's see what will happen if he did beat with 3 other competitors who are now going on the course. They can't even beat the obstacle. I mean, one of them is still on, and he punches the second. That went everywhere. Yikes. Next up, I'm not even going to bother saying Seasonable Flame. Anyways, onto the first obstacle. Whatever this obstacle is called again, I don't know. Anyways, onto the second obstacle, the log grip. He's gonna get the second to the third. He's almost there. Can he get it? He's oh my god, he fell to this mod. Oh god. Anyways, moving on. 10 and another few competitors took on this course, but none of them really had good success. Unlike this guy, Mansa got to the Dragon Ladder failed. Samuel failed the log grip mount. Chocotrobi failed the log grip as well, as he just didn't get a good enough jump on it. Odoso failed the first obstacle, as he failed going to the third number. Hex Type 7 failed the dismount of the log grip. Next up we had Sag SLT, W username, he failed. Block Spinner, spin around, but however he felt inside a hole. It gives me flashback or something. Grandma's Boy failed the log grip as well. A lot of log grips fell. As we carry on with the log grips, as we had this guy who also fell log grip. And we don't have a log grip fell, we have a River Rat who fell the first obstacle. Next up is our first returning competitor, iFlames. How will iFlames do this tournament? iFlames is on the first obstacle. He's gonna get past it without problems. And now he's on to the second obstacle, the log grip. As he's going very fast. Look at him go. 15 seconds. Now he beat the first 2 obstacles. That is impressive. And now with 70 seconds going to around the second pyramid. Third pyramid around. 4th pyramid. He's doing a good job. 5th. And now the 6th. And the last pyramid with a little stumble on the 6th. He gets it, which is very, very good. All he needs to do now to exit, and he beats it. 50 seconds left. He might have a chance of clearing if he picks up a good enough pace. Onto the Dragon Glider. No, but he's out. Oh well, he's out on the Dragon Glider. Let's look at that again. Yeah, he just misses a grapple. I mean, he didn't miss a grapple, but like, he had the grapple at a good aim, but like, he just didn't connect properly, like fully, and he's eliminated on stage 1. Last competitor in the first half is Bowser 1946. How will Bowser do? And Bowser, beating the first obstacle, he beats it. And now onto the log grip. He's standing there for some reason. He's gonna get it, and he's out.
Well, with that disappointing failure on the log grip, we now go to Ryan 24-10-7, who is a TEC veteran. Let's see how he does on Tricky Sasuke. Starting off with the counting steps. Should be pretty familiar since the first obstacle he's through. Now on to the log grip. More difficult, it is a challenge for our competitors. See if you go out on this obstacle. And he's through. Now on to the pyramid road. Done nicely. And he's going through it pretty nicely, but could have used a little more speed, but it doesn't matter because he's through it. Now on to the double dipper. This has caused problems for our competitors. And gets on the first barrel. A little slip on the first barrel, and he lost it on the second barrel, coming up short. Bad luck to him. Up next to run the course is Pedro Man 618, formerly known as Petrillo Fam 4. He has had amazing success throughout his halo jumping career, achieving total victory on Flame's course, Spartan Ninja Warrior, back in Tournament 4, becoming the first to do so. On Irish Warrior, he became the third different competitor to face the final stage. On his 5th appearance in Spartan Sasuke 20, he was one of 2 competitors to clear the 3rd stage. With the success he has on halo jumping, can Pedro Man clear stage 1 on his debut on Tricky Sasuke? We are about to find out. And here he is. And looks like as so he's making an entrance on the sign of Tricky Sasuke. But other than that, we are just about to get his run started. Here he is, Pedro Man 618, the Spartan Ninja Warrior 4 Grand Champion. Let's see how he does on the course. And here he goes, on to the counting steps. Should be pretty familiar with this, considering he is an all-star, aka a Grand Champion. Log grip. No trouble. Now on to Pyramid Run. Little more speed than Ryan, but he's going through it pretty nicely, and he's through it. Now on to the Double Dipper. He goes for the jump, gets a high one, and he's on the first barrel. Now on to the drop. Can he get that second barrel? Yes, he can. Come on, Pedro, and he's through the Double Dipper. Now on to the ramp battle. Let's see how he does. He only has 30 seconds left. He can still clear. I'm not saying he has to pick up the pace or anything, but he's going through it, and he's on to the tricky wall. We might have our first finisher here, folks. And we do! He clears with 12.6 seconds to spare. Pedro Man 618 is the first stage 1 clear of Tricky Sasuke 3. Congrats to him. Let's look at the replay. Had a little stumble, had a little slowdown on the pyramid run, but it wasn't enough to, of course, stop him from beating the obstacle. Got through the Double Dipper, as he's the first to get through it. And of course, getting through the ramp battle and the tricky wall to get the first stage clear of Tricky Sasuke 3. Well done. Up next is a pretty familiar face, and that's no ordinary face. It's Cyrus's mama. Don't ask me why I did that, but anywho, she's on the course once again. Let's see how Cyrus's mama does again. Alright, she's on to the counting steps and she just sits there. I mean, I don't mind you being cautious, Cyrus's mama, but this is timed, so I would... Never mind. Let's look at the replay. I guess she slipped off that second counting step. I don't know, but of course, Cyrus is probably gonna pretend she achieved total victory in the first place. But still a pretty interesting run. Anywho, we are on to another familiar face. It is Warrior 15, making his second appearance. Let's see how he does on the course again. Alright, on to the counting steps. No trouble for him. Now onto the log grip. Has taken out some people. That's why it was made to be more difficult. And can he get past that third log? Yes, he can. Now on to Pyramid Road. Okay, and whoa, yeah, careful, buddy. Right. And he's going slow. Yeah, I mean, I know it's safe to be cautious, Warrior, but if you're too cautious, you'll be timed up. I don't have hopes for this guy clearing it. What the heck? Wait. Did a mongoose go boom boom? I don't care. Anyway, he's on to the double dipper, but looking at the clock though, I don't see him clearing stage 1. So let's see how he does anyway. On to the double dipper. And he's touched the track and he's disqualified. Bad luck to him. And up next is another familiar competitor to us. If you don't know him, you should. It's Halo Fan 17, who is a Halo Ninja Warrior veteran. Pretty good competitor if you ask me. Let's see how he does on Tricky Sasuke. And he's off. Now on to the counting steps. Should be no trouble since it's the first obstacle. Now on to the log grip. See how Halo Fan does and pass through the log grip with pretty ease. Now on to Pyramid Road. It's a little faster, but still a little slow. But what a save on the Pyramid Road. He was basically sideways. Wow. That is a save if I've ever seen one. Onto the double dipper and almost comes up short on that first barrel. Gotta get it shooting, bud, and there he goes, and yeah. Slips off the first barrel. Up next is a Halo Ninja Warrior Classic and All-Star. It is Snaz, Halo Ninja Warrior 9 finalist. Oh, it's good to see him on Tricky Sasuke. Let's see how he does. On to the counting steps. And he is through. Now on to the log grip. I mean, this is Snaz, so I should see him going pretty far, but you never know here. Anyway, he's on to the Pyramid Road. Should be pretty familiar with this. And he's going a little slower, but he is going a pretty decent pace. So, he's through the Pyramid Road. Now on to the Double Dipper. This has caused problems like I said. Can he get that grapple? Yes, he can. Now on to the first barrel. If he can get it, yes, he can. Shooting at it, and here he goes. And he's got the first one pretty nicely, and ooh, just comes up short of the second barrel. Oh, what happened? We gotta see a replay of this. I feel like he jumped a little too early, I don't know. But bad luck to our Halo Ninja Warrior finalists. Up next is Riku, host of TNL. I pretty much know him for a while now on Roblox, but who cares about that? This is Halo. As he's on to the log grip. And he's through it. Now on to Pyramid Road. See how he does. Oh, yeah. Careful there, buddy. Cause one wrong move and down you go, and the mongoose might go boom boom. Ooh, took that last bit with speed. Now on to the double dipper. He misses the grapple. Wow, and he's out just like that. Up next is TX Hot T, who is a Halo Sasuke veteran. Do I have to call it as Texas Hot Tea or TX Hot Tea? Make your own tagline here, because I got nothing. Anyway, he's on to the log grip. On the second log, the third. Can he get that jump? Ooh, barely. Now on to Pyramid Road. Let's see how he does. Going pretty good pace. And why are there tires? Why do I feel like there was another boom boom? While I wasn't looking, or even Cyrus or whoever that was commentating the last couple runs. Anyway, on to the double dipper. And he's on the first barrel. Can he get that jump to the second? I don't know why he's jumping like that. I mean, it's a riskier technique, but yeah. Doesn't get to the barrel and he is out. Bad luck, buddy. Up next is a Spartan Sasuke All-Star Atlantic Champ. The only one that made it past Stage 2 in Tournament 14, and the only one that made it past Stage 3 in Tournament 19. Now he is here on Tricky Sasuke. Let's see how he does. I don't even have to ask. He's through the count steps onto the log grip. And he's through it. Now onto Pyramid Road. Like, this is Atlantic Champ. I do expect him to do good. And, ooh. But can someone take that tire off? Because basically, oh my gosh. Forget about the tire, Noah. This is a run you gotta do. Anyway, he's on to the double dipper. Gotta get that grapple. This is where the Raikou just failed not too long ago by missing the grapple. I know what I'm saying, and I don't care. And oh, whoa! Atlantic goes down on the double dipper. Oh, that hurts. Oh, that's gotta hurt. But nothing about that. We go to our next competitor, which is Jindog, host of Sasuke Warrior. Let's see how he does on Tricky Sasuke. I don't even know why I say it a few times, but hey, I give all competitors respect. Anyway, he's on to the counting steps, which he's through. Now on to the log grip. Should be familiar with this, despite it being a little more difficult, and he's through. Now onto the Pyramid Road. I'm just gonna I'm just going to ignore the tires and just focus on the runs. As he's going through it pretty nicely with decent speed. And he's through it. Now on to Double Dipper. This is where Atlantic Champ just failed. Can he avenge it? Can he avenge Atlantic? No, he does not, and he's disqualified. He overshoots the first barrel. Oh, bad luck. Now on to number 36, August Halo 1, who is a Jusuke 5 finalist. We saw him on Roblox. We're about to see him in Halo. And he's off. And whoa. Seemed to be suffering through a bit of lag going through the counting steps. Now he's on to the log grip. No trouble there. Now he's on to Pyramid Road. Good technique, and he's going through with speed. I mean, sure. That's one way to pick up the pace, and now he's on to the Double Dipper. Again, this has caused problems. Let's see if August can make it past it. He's on to the second barrel. Can he become the second to get past it? He fails going to the dismount. Bad luck. And up next is the host of Spartan Sasuke Adventure, and Lego Sasuke RPG 445. I don't know why I just did a Tails impression. Don't judge me about that. But let's see how he does on his third appearance on the course. On to the counting steps. I mean, I do expect Rog to do good, because of course this is Rog. And he's on to Pyramid Road. Pretty good pace. Going through each pyramid pretty nicely, and he's through. Now onto the Double Dipper. This has caused a lot of problems with our competitors. Can he be the second to pass the Double Dipper? He's on the first barrel. And here he goes. It's a jump, and he's on to the second barrel. Come on, Rog, you got this, buddy. Gotta get that barrel moving, and get the jump. Can he get that dismount? He does. Now onto the ramp battle. We saw Pedro do it earlier. Can Rog be the second person to clear? With 30 seconds left, I say he might, because he's got plenty of time. With 22 seconds left, he's onto the tricky wall. Come on, Rog, you got this. Can he get it up in one? He does! Rock Party! As he clears with just over 10 seconds left, beats the klaxon, and he becomes the second competitor today to clear the first stage. Well done to the Spartan Sasuke host. Pretty good speed on the Pyramid Road, going through each pyramid pretty nicely, and on the Double Dipper. Yeah, the way it should be. Had a little trouble getting that second barrel going, but other than that, it was a near flawless run, and we will see Rog on stage 2. Next is Mini Cop 8, who is a Minecraft player. But can a Minecraft player compete in Halo? He can. And he's on Tricky Sasuke. Anyway, he's on to the log grip, which of course he passes. Now on to Pyramid Road. Not as fast as Rog's pace, but he's going through it pretty nicely. Still has to keep the pace going if he wants to clear in the first place. Anywho, on to the Double Dipper. We just saw Rog get past this obstacle, and he overshoots it. Bad luck to Minicop. Up next is Skull Crusher 165, and I don't know why there's a rank, and why is he shooting the mongoose. Is he trying to... Yep. He made the mongoose go boom boom. Anywho. Oh my gosh. Anywho, he's onto the counting steps. Going through with these. Now onto the log grip. And he goes through it pretty nicely. And now onto the pyramid road. Yeah, don't shoot this one. Otherwise, you might fail stage 1. And yeah, don't make that one go boom boom. And he goes through it pretty nicely with pretty good speed, but you still gotta keep the pace going if you want to clear. This is what Tricky Sasuke is all about. Now onto the double dipper. He's on the first barrel. Oh, gets a little bit of a late, like a little early jump, but he gets on it. Now onto the second. And he's through it. Now onto the ramp battle. Yeah, don't make this one go boom boom either. Because we need these mongooses if we want to have competitors clear stage 1. Anywho, he has 18 seconds left. He needs to get the tricky wall up in like 2 attempts or so, because the klaxon is now sounding. Come on. Come on, and he does it. A third stage 1 clear for Tricky Sasuke 3. Well done to the Skull Crusher, becoming the 3rd competitor to clear stage 1 this tournament. Let's take a look at the replay. He went through the obstacles pretty nicely. And yeah, near flawless run as he goes through the double dipper, which I didn't expect those little early jumps, but it pays off as he clears stage 1 with just over 4 seconds left. We'll see you, Skull Crusher, on stage 2. And with that, we made it to run number 40. Whirlpool 730, who is a old Ninja Warrior Roblox competitor, hosted by the good old Bubba Ace. Man, do I miss those courses. But forget about that. This is Tricky Sasuke we're talking here, as he's onto the log grip. Let's see how he does, and he is through. Now onto Pyramid Road. Should be pretty familiar with this, even though it's a new obstacle. And he's going a little bit slow. I mean, it's fine to be a little slow, but you gotta pick up the pace a little bit if you want to clear stage 1. And he gets the grapple. Now on to the double dipper. Gets the first barrel. Can he make the transition to the second barrel? He does not. He comes up short and he is out. Bad luck.
Well, it's finally good to be here. Anyway, next up is Crown Ferret 19, obviously the host of Irish Warrior, looking to get Tournament 35 out, hopefully in like 2 hours from now, after this premiere, or the Sunday. Let's see how Crown Ferret 19 will do. This is his 3rd appearance. The last 2 tournaments, he has sadly went out on the Dragon Glide. Let's see if he can get his revenge today. He's already halfway through the log grip. Irish. All right, gonna get up to that platform, and now into the Pyramid Road. Only one person has failed this. Probably gonna modify this for next tournament. Anyway, Irish making his way across the pyramids very nicely. Irish, beautiful control of the mongoose. He has mongoose obstacles on his course, so that should be no problem. But now it's time for the Dragon Glider. He has never defeated this obstacle on Tricky Sasuke. Let's see if he can do it tonight, or today, or whatever you want to say. He gets onto the first barrel. Now, this is where he failed in the last tournament. He failed to get to the second bar. He gets a bit caught there, but he makes the transition across, and now this is where he failed back in tournament 1. Can Irish get his redemption? He makes a dismount, and he's got it. And Irish with 35 seconds left. He has a chance to clear. Come on, Irish. 30 seconds left. Irish getting over those ramps very nicely. He's really good at the mongoose, as stated before, so this should be no problem for him. Irish, he's got 20 seconds left. All right, he's climbing up the rope. Come on, I've got about 3 attempts for that tricky wall. He's got 15 seconds. All right. Irish, gonna go for his first attempt. Can he do it? Irish. No, he does not. The klaxon starts sounding. Come on, Irish. Needs to get up. Gonna go for his second attempt. He is up. He missed the main the first time, but he hits the buzzer. And Irish has completed the Tricky Sasuke Tournament 3 first stage. And he's the 4th competitor to move on to the 2nd stage. Well done to Irish. Overall, it was a great run all around, even though he went a bit slow, but that is how you are meant to do it. Take your time on the course, and he will eventually do it. And it paid off here. He got past the pyramid road pretty easily, no issues, but this dragon glider was so difficult for him. He gets a bit caught there on that jump to the second barrel, but he's able to beat the dragon glider from the past 2 tournaments, able to get up the tricky wall in 2 attempts, and we will see Crown for 19 on the 2nd stage. Well done to Irish. Well, someone who's looking to beat the dragon glider is our next competitor in Caden Wyatt. The man who made it all the way to the 3rd stage in G-Skate Tournament 1, failing the vertical limit. Anyway, here he is. He has stated failed the dragon glider in the last 2 tournaments. Let's see how he does this time around. Caden is off. Obviously, a very successful Halo jumper. Obviously, he's made stage 2 a bunch on, Halo Ninja Warrior, Spartan, Sasuke. He hasn't made it to the 3rd stage yet in a course yet so far, so let's see if he can do it. I know he's got it on Sasuke. He hasn't made any stage 3 on a major course yet. I guess I'm trying to, say. Anyway, Caden making his way around the pyramids. Nicely, he's doing it. A great job controlling that mongoose. He's getting it not too far out, but nevertheless, he is through, and now here we go. He's been wanting to get revenge for a very long time. He's got the grapple first, which he does, and now it's time for the dragon glider. All right, Caden gonna go down nicely. Caden jumps, but he doesn't get back to the barrel, and Caden cannot do it. For the 3rd tournament in a row, he is out. On the dragon glider, he jumped too early, and he's not able to catch up with the barrel, and Caden has once again been defeated by the dragon glider. That just proves how difficult this obstacle is. It holds back no punches. And sadly, Caden just couldn't make it to the barrel. And Caden will have to once again suffer another dragon glider failure to his list. That is disappointing. You know he wanted to clear, but sadly, it will not be this tournament. And Caden is out on the dragon glider. Bad luck to him. Well, up next is the host of his own course. It's Sane the Legend, the host of Sane's Jumping. I'm going to be honest, I don't think he actually has a name for his course. I just looked it up and that's what it said. So he's the host of Sane Jumping. Anyway, Sane is off. He's been here the last 2 tournaments, but sadly failed Tricky Wall in Tournament 1, or timed out, sorry, and then he failed the Dragon Glider last tournament. Let's see how Sane does this time, and he's on to the Pyramid Road. All right, come on, Sane, you can do this. Get your revenge. He's looking okay so far with this mongoose. He's touching the corners of each of those pyramids, but nevertheless, he's still progressing through, and now it's time for some revenge on the Dragon Glider. All right, let's go, Sane. He gets the grapple nicely. Really good with those grapples, so that should be no problem. All right, Sane, gonna go down the first track. Can he do it? He gets a nice jump, Sane. He goes a bit too low, and Sane comes up short. And Sane is out on the Dragon Glider for the 2nd tournament in a row. Bad luck to Sane. Well, up next is someone I really want to clear. It's Spenny37. Obviously, very known for his success on Halo Ninja Warrior. He has competed in the last 2 tournaments, but he has heartbreakingly timed out on the Tricky Wall both times. And in the attempt after he timed out, he eventually went on to clear the stage, but obviously not in the time limit. Super heartbreaking. Let's hope today he will do it in enough attempts to clear the stage. Now, it is a little bit more difficult because the time limit has been shortened by a bit. So hopefully Spenny can go quick enough, and hopefully he will get the Tricky Wall in hopefully less attempts this time. Spenny into the Dragon Glider now. He's done this obstacle twice before, so this should be no problem. The only difference is a grapple. So let's see how he handles the grapple. Spenny easily gets that grapple, no problem. And now for the Dragon Glider. Spenny beaten in the last 2 tournaments, so this should be easy peasy for him. Gets a nice jump, gets the transfer across, easy peasy. Spenny, a bit caught there by the lip. Spenny could go down. Spenny gets a bit of a low jump. Spenny, no! Spenny, no! Spenny! He is out on the Dragon Glider. Spenny! He jumps too late and he's not able to catch up with the barrel, and he lands on the track. And Spenny 37 is disqualified. He jumps too late off of the back of the barrel and he lands on the track and he cannot catch up with it. And Spenny is gonna have to wait for that stage 1 clear. It just gets more heartbreaking by the second. And Spenny has once again been defeated by the Tricky Sasuke first stage. Well, after that super heartbreaking fail, we have Joey Davis. I am going to change that like every single time, you know, where it says Irish Warrior 25 champion, SNW 23 champion. I put Halo Sasuke 19 because, well, not only he's won that, but Halo Sasuke 20 just aired as I'm recording this commentary. So, also, I want to thank Atlantic for letting me do that ad. So, thanks, Atlantic. You're awesome. Sucks he's filled with the Dragon Glider, though. Anyway, as I'm saying all that, Joey is already flying through this course, as you would expect, because it's just a fact. Who's the... Oh, there's Atlantic! Hi, Atlantic! Oh, I love doing commentary. Anyway, Joey Davis. This is just going to be so easy for him. Oh, gets an extra save jump there. Oh, my goodness, Joey, do not fail, please. I hate to see you fail. Joey. Oh, another jump. Oh, my goodness, Joey, he gets off. Thank goodness. 40 seconds left. It should be an easy clear as long as he doesn't make any stupid mistakes on a tricky wall. Joey, just incredible jumper all around. Like, most people shouldn't think he's going to clear this course, because this course, no problem for him. He did fail the broken tank in the last tournament, so hopefully he's going to have some revenge for that. 20 seconds left. Again, this should be easy peasy for him. Goes for a first attempt. Absolute, no problem. Hits the buzzer. That's meant to say 13 seconds left. I couldn't stop the timer on 13 seconds. But it doesn't matter, because Joey Davis moves on to the second stage for the second tournament in a row. Well done to the jumping prodigy. Great run all around. It's what you expect from Joey Davis. No difficulty whatsoever. I'm pretty sure most people predicted that he was going to clear this course. Joey Davis, the man with the most final stage in Halo jumping history, has moved on to the second stage of Tricky Sasuke for the second time. Well done to Joey Davis, and we will see him on the second stage. Get revenge on the broken tank, Joey. You can do this. Well, up next is Elite MKB, making his third appearance here. Once again, wearing number 46. He got number 50 in Tournament 1. He's been 46 in the last 2 tournaments. Let's see how the tech host will do. Technical. Anyway, Elite. Obviously, a great competitor. Been around for Halo jumping for a very long time. He's doing a bit of a crisscross technique on this log grip, but no problem for Elite. Obviously, last time he cleared Stage 1, he went out on the Cannonball Alley on Stage 2. Elite looking to hopefully improve on that performance. Maybe get his second Stage 3 since Ninja War of Halo 15. That would be very good. Elite into the Dragon Glider. Alright. Elite has never failed this obstacle before, so hopefully he will do it once again. Oh, Elite! Oh, what an incredible safe jump, Elite! He almost came up short of that first barrel. Elite gonna go for the transfer. He gets across. All right, Elite. He's done this before, so he should have no problem here. Elite gets a nice jump. Elite! No, Elite! No, Elite! No! Elite! He was so close to landing on that second barrel, but he just misses it, and Elite is out on the Dragon Glider. Look at the replay. He gets a nice jump, but the barrel goes slightly too far, and he goes too low on it, and he's not able to land clean enough on the second barrel, and Elite MKB is out on the Dragon Glider. This obstacle holding back no punches for our competitors, but sadly it has taken out the great British racing pro, and And Elite MKB is heartbreakingly out on the Dragon Glider. Please go and run Tech 16. But unfortunately, Elite is out. But I hope we got to see him in Tournament 4. Up next is the veteran, Matty the Div. Matty competed in Tournament 1, but sadly failed the Mongoose Cliffhanger. He's also well known for being the host of his own course, Bedrock Sasuke.
And now, the Lumberjack climbed. The second ledge is up the second ledge. Now the third ledge, the fourth ledge, and the fifth ledge. Oh my goodness, onto the final rope, 6 seconds left. He could do it, Swerve T. He's gonna do it, and he has! Swerve T is a Grand Champion!
He competed in the last tournament, and he achieved something he'd never done before, completing the first stage and getting his first ever Halo jumping first stage completion, and he would do really well on the second stage, going out on the dismount of the broken tank, but he would still finish in 4th place of the entire tournament. Now, can Matty the Div deliver once again? Here he comes, number 47. This would have been Free MMO Direct in this position, but sadly Free was not able to make it into this tournament. So Matty the Div gets the honor of being 47 for this tournament. Let's see how Matty will do, and he is off. Very surprised he was able to clear stage 1 in the last tournament. A lot of people thought he was very surprising. Hopefully he can create an encore and get back to stage 2, maybe even reach stage 3. That would be very interesting. Matty already onto the Pyramid Road. Matty, he did fail the Mongoose Cliffhanger back in Tournament 1. Hopefully he hasn't struggled with Mongooses since then. I hopefully imagined he would not. Matty, a minute left on the clock. Matty is through, but now it's the obstacle that is taken out a lot of jumpers in these last few runs. It's the Dragon Glider. All right, Matty gets on nicely. Matty get a nice shoot down. Matty gets a nice jump. Matty, he gets caught. Matty's not going to make it. He comes up short. Matty. He can't make the transition to the second barrel. He gets caught by the first one, and he doesn't get a clean enough jump to make it to the second barrel. Matty. The Dragon Glider has proven so difficult for our veterans. Not even Matty can do it. And for the second tournament in a row, he has failed a barrel-style obstacle. Matty. It was an incredible run last tournament, but he cannot have a repeat. And he is out on the Dragon Glider. Bad luck to Matty. Up next is the host of Cyan Sasuke, Junsato Cyan. Cyan has been a very good competitor on a lot of courses, especially for his Spartan Ninja Warrior Tournament 25 breakout, where he was able to reach the 3rd stage of that course, being the only competitor to even beat the 1st stage, failing to crank it up. He did compete in the last tournament on Tricky Sasuke, and he had a very impressive run, claiming the fastest time on stage 1, and he would become the 2nd ever competitor in Tricky Sasuke history to complete the 2nd stage and become only the 2nd person ever to reach the 3rd stage of this course. Sadly, on that attempt though, with no cliffhanger experience in play, he would be defeated by the crazy cliffhanger, coming up short of the 4th ledge. Now, after that an incredible run, how will Cyan fare this tournament? This run was recorded in theater mode, so he's walking weirdly. Don't mind that. Anyway, Cyan, let's see how he does on his revenge tour to beating the cliffhanger, and he is off. I talk absolutely pathetically. Anyway, Cyan onto the log grip. Oh, by the way, thanks for commentating, Cyan. It was a nice time to, to do that. I wanted to change it up a bit, so I let people commentate for this tournament. Some people are probably going to question me why I picked someone that isn't experienced in Halo jumping, but to be honest, it's my course. I don't really care, guys. I can do what I want. Anyway, Cyan is into the Dragon Glider. Let's see how he does. We've seen so many people fail this. Only Joey in the last I believe, 10 runs has beaten this. Oh, and Irish as well. He gets the transfer across. Cyan, he's going to jump. And Cyan is through the Dragon Glider. All right, he's got 35 seconds left. All right. Hey, that's interesting. Irish were 35 in about, I want to predict, an hour? I could be wrong. I don't know the runtime of this tournament as I'm commentating. Cyan, bit of lag there. I mean, it's third in mode for a reason. Anyway, Cyan, he's got 17 seconds left going into the tricky wall. Gonna do the same technique again. Can he get up? No, he cannot. Cyan, the 10-second warning is going off. Cyan, he stumbles. Come on, Cyan, regroup. He needs to go. Go. He gets up. He missed him the first time, but he hits the buzzer. And Cyan, with 1.6 seconds left, and is he dancing? It doesn't matter because Cyan is moving on to the second stage. That was a very interesting run. He gets past the Dragon Glider, and Theater mode does suck, so we can't really tell, you know, if there were any saves, but he does do pretty well on the Dragon Glider. But this tricky wall misses on the first attempt, misses on the second attempt really poorly, but he does get up on the third attempt to become our 6th competitor to move on to the second stage. Well done to Cyan. And also, nice dance moves. We will see him on the second stage. Well done, Cyan. The second to last competitor taking on the first stage of Tricky Sasuke Tournament 3 is the Tournament 2 golden competitor, Rivalis. Rivalis has been popping off on every single jumping course. Spartan Sasuke and Irish Warrior are notable examples as he reached stage 3 in both of those. He put those good skills to use in the last Tricky Sasuke tournament, and it paid off, defeating stage 1 with a nice time, and he became the first competitor in Tricky Sasuke history to defeat the Broken Tank and the entire second stage, becoming one of only 3 competitors to defeat the second stage of Tournament 2. He then became one of only 2 competitors to defeat the Cliffhanger, but sadly he would go out on the floating boards. Nevertheless, this performance would put him in first place of Tournament 2, making his mark on this course. Now, can the Frenchman give us another victory run for Paris? Here he is, Rivalis, one of my favorite competitors nowadays. Very happy to see him get first place in the last tournament. Let's see how he does on this Tournament 3 course, and Rivalis is off. Rivalis, he was able to just barely beat Tunve since he did make contact with the ledge, therefore, Rivalis was a little bit ahead of Tunve. I think that might be understandable. Anyway, Rivalis into the Pyramid Road. Rivalis making it look so easy peasy. He is just flying. That is how a Frenchman should do it. And now, with about 63 seconds left, into the Dragon Glider. We've seen a lot of people fail this, but we just saw Cyan get past it. Only Irish, Joey, and Cyan out of his last 10 runs have made it past the Dragon Glider. Oh, he almost came up short of that second barrel. It looked a bit high there, but nevertheless, Rivalis easily makes it through. 43 seconds left, bundles of time in hand. Rivalis making it look so easy, so effortless. This is just incredible from the Frenchman. 30 seconds left. Should be an easy clear if he can get up that tricky wall on the first attempt. Rivalis climbing up the rope. 25 seconds left. Should be an easy clear for the Frenchman. Let's see, can he do tricky wall in 1? He's going to go for it. He does not get up in 1. All right, Rivalis going to go for the second attempt. 15 seconds left. Plenty of time. And he gets up. No problem for the French surprise. He completes stage 1 with 12.3 seconds left on the clock. And for the second tournament in a row, Rivalis is moving on to stage 2. Well done to the Frenchman. Overall, it was a fantastic run. What would you expect from number 49 in this tournament? Well done to Rivalis, making the Dragon Guy look like a piece of cake, showing why he is a contender to go all the way. Gets up the tricky wall in 2 attempts, and he is the 7th competitor to move on to the second stage. Well done to Rivalis. Before we move on to our final competitor, let's take a look at the Tricky Tripper. Surprisingly, the lug grip proved damageable as it took out 14 competitors, all of those being randos. But in the end, the Dragon Glider is victorious, taking out 21 competitors in this tournament, giving us a grand total of 46 failures across the 3 tournaments so far. This obstacle has been very deadly, taking out veterans, newcomers, and randos. It doesn't matter what you are. You might fail the jump to the bar, or the transition, or even the dismount. But for these 21 competitors, the Dragon Glider sadly ended their tournament. Better luck to these 21 competitors in the future. The final competitor taking on the Tournament 3 first stage is the Tournament 1 Golden Competitor, Tunvi 101. The host of Summit of Spartans has had a pretty good career on Halo, reaching Stage 3 on Irish Warrior and Spartan Sasuke, and he would put those good skills to use in the last tournament, where he would defeat Stage 1, becoming one of only 8 competitors to do that, and then he would defeat the Broken Tank on the second stage, and he would become one of only 3 competitors to defeat the Tricky Sasuke Tournament 2 second stage, joining Junsato Cyan and Revalis on the third stage. On that attempt, he did pretty well, being one of only 2 competitors to defeat the Cliffhanger, joining Revalis as a crazy Cliffhanger conqueror, but sadly his run would ultimately be defeated by the floating boards, not even making contact of the second ledge. This run would put him in back-to-back podium and finishing in second place, only behind Revalis. Now, as number 50, how will he handle it? Once again, we've got 7 clears. Same position as last tournament. Here he is, Tunvi 101. How will he do? Tun is off on the Tricky Sasuke Tournament 3 first stage. I'm going to clear up the T1 controversy right now. Tunvi is first place. It's my course. I can do what I want. Do not tell me what to do. I'm going to just put that out there right now. Sorry, guys, whoever is watching this, but, you know, it just annoyed me. Anyway, Tunvi already flying through the Pyramid Road. All right, Tunvi into the Dragon Glider. This should be no problem for him. Tunvi, can he do it? He's the only competitor to defeat Stage 1 in both of the last 2 tournaments, because Free did sadly not compete this tournament. So can Tun keep his perfect Stage 1 record alive? Tun dismounts nicely, got 43 seconds left. Tunvi, 40 seconds left. Ramp out should be no problem for him. He's taking this down each of the last 2 tournaments, so this should be easy peasy for him. Tunvi, look how he's handling it. No problem. Absolutely fantastic. 30 seconds left. This should be an easy clear if he can be able to do it. Come on, Tun. All right, he's got 22 seconds left. Tun for the tricky wall. Misses on his first attempt. Tunvi gonna go for a second attempt. He does not get on the second attempt. He's got 15 seconds left. He'll go for his third attempt. He was a bit close there. Tunvi, 10 seconds left to clock and sound. Tun for his fourth attempt. He comes up short. Tunvi, he needs to get moving. He got 5 seconds. Tun, he gets up. He hits the landmine with 4.2 seconds left. And Tunvi keeps his perfect Stage 1 record alive. And for the 3rd tournament in a row, Tunvi is moving on to Stage 2. Well done to Tunvi. Great run all around. Took his time on the course. Able to get past the Dragon Glider, which so many people have failed. But he's able to revenge them all. Get up the tricky wall in 5 or 6 attempts. I miscounted. But it doesn't matter because Tunvi 101 moves on to Stage 2 for the 3rd tournament in a row. Well done to Tun. The second stage has no new obstacles, but it still must be completed in a time limit of 60 seconds. First is the hamster, which has been made more difficult as the stoppers have been taken out. Then it's the sandlar, which is exactly the same as the last tournament. And then after that is the modified Cannonball Alley. This tournament, a wraparound separates the competitors from the end of the obstacle. Then it's the easier Broken Tank. This tournament, the lip from the first track has been removed, and the second track has been made flat to make it a little bit more easier for our competitors. If they can beat that, they will move on to the final obstacle, the vehicle ramps. If anyone can reach the end and hit the landmine and do it in the time limit of 60 seconds, you will move on to the third stage. Stage 3 has no new obstacles, but there have been a couple of modifications from the previous tournament. First is the modified Crazy Cliffhanger. This tournament there has been a platform added to make the mount onto the cliffhanger easier. The perfect crouches have also been made easier. However, the jump to the fourth ledge has been made more difficult, and the jump to the fifth ledge is exactly the same. Then it's the nerfed flying bar, which despite having been attempted was way too difficult, so the second and fourth jumps have been made easier. However, to contrast that, the dismount flyer has been made more difficult.
I've been doing some practice on without most people knowing. So I feel like as far as stage 2 goes, I think I can do it. And then stage 3, a lot of those obstacles on stage 3 are like, they don't look that bad at first glance, but like they're really deceptively difficult. And it's very awkward jumps for a lot of those obstacles. So it's very creative. I like the way it was built, but I don't know. I guess it's just, if I do good, I do good. If I don't, I don't.
Well, it feels pretty good to finally get through stage 1. Third time's the charm. I've been struggling quite a bit with that dragon glider, but I was able to get through it this time, mainly thanks to there not being a trampoline there anymore. But now we're here on stage 2 and 3. The one I'm most worried about on the second stage is this obstacle behind me, the broken tank, I believe is what it's called. And if I do get through this stage, I don't see myself getting through the cliffhanger, but we'll give it our best shot. See how it goes.
So I came into this tournament just trying to get revenge on the Dragon Glider. Actually never thought I would actually beat stage 1. I had 10 seconds going into the last obstacle. But my biggest concern is trying to get by the first 3 obstacles. My goal is not to get by stage 2, my goal is to get by. I'll see about stage 3 though. But for now, I just want to see how far I can get when it comes to stage 2.
Yeah, it feels good to get through stage 1. Obviously the Dragon Glider in the last 2 tournaments had been the obstacle that had taken me out, so I had that one circled, and obviously with the grapple, this time it was a little bit different, and was just happy to get through, and went at my usual slow pace, cleared with a couple seconds left. So now here on stage 2, goal's just to get as far as I can. I definitely can clear everything. It's just a matter of doing it in the time, which I know is very difficult. And then if I would somehow do that, I think stage 3, yeah, it's probably going to end on the cliffhanger. But I'm just going to do the best I can here. Obviously, this is a little different with the stage 2 and stage 3 together, but I'm looking forward to the challenge and seeing how far I can get.
I think I can get far. I mean, I barely cleared stage 1 this tournament with my slow pace, so like, I need to go quick. Like I said, last tournament pace is not my thing. I don't know how I got the fastest time last tournament to then probably go to the slowest. But like, to be honest, this is a tournament where I like need to get past the cliffhanger, because this is like a chance for me to show how good I am in halo jumping.
I'm feeling really happy to have reached stage 2 again for the second time in a row. And I think I maybe should have a better result than last time. Not, I don't know. I think now I'm better, and I have more chance to reach final stage.
Honestly, pretty frustrated. The dragon, I know I could fail stage 1 anymore, and the dragon just had my number this time. If that dragon guy would have taken me out this time,
but it didn't, so at least I'm here on stage 2. The second stage is honestly feel easier than stage 1. There, I'm gonna say it. Third stage is, the flowing boards got my number on it, so I like to get that far to begin with, but cliffhanger is kind of been a tough spot for me, so hopefully I can get back there and hopefully I can set myself another podium run.
And our first challenger is waiting at the start line. Pedro, as we like to call him, has been dominating Halo courses for a very long time, achieving numerous total victories, numerous final stages, and numerous third stage appearances. But if there's one thing Pedro is famous for, it's his heartbreaking failures.
Why did I jump? 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 Oh. No! No! Oh.
He got a full sprint.
With all the failures back in his mind, let's find out if Petrillo can step up his game and reach stage 3 on his very first appearance on Tricky Sasuke. Alright, here he is, Petrillo, or Pedro, whatever you want to call him. He's got 60 seconds to complete 5 obstacles. Let's see how he does on his first appearance on stage 2. And Petrillo, or Pedro, is off. The first obstacle is the hamster roller. There used to be stoppers, but now you have to make the jump into the tunnel without the stoppers, and Pedro gets it beautifully. Absolutely perfect. Pedro now moving on to the salmon ladder. All right, let's see how he does on this obstacle. Very nice timing those jumps. Pedro up the salmon ladder. All right, into the Cannonball Alley. This should be no problem for him. Obviously, he has been practicing. Oh, a bit of a slide jump there. All right, now I'm going to take on the wraparound. He is able to get that super easily as he moves on to the broken tank with 26 seconds left. Pedro, what's he going to do? He's going to shoot the tank. Is it going to be enough? Yes, it is. That flat track is certainly helping him. And Petrillo is through with 16 seconds left. He has the time. He just needs to hurry. Petrillo, 2 ramps to go in 12 seconds. Petrillo, the klaxon sounds. It looks like he's going to do it. He gets out of his mongoose. He missed the mail the first time, but he hits the buzzer. And Petrillo has completed the second stage on Tricky Sasuke. Well done to Pedro, and he's going to go straight in to stage 3. He is off already, and he is already flying through the perfect crouches. He's going to go for the 4th ledge. Petrillo, he comes up short, and Petrillo is already out on the 3rd stage. He comes up short of the 4th ledge, and his newcomer performance is over. That jump has been made more difficult, but Petrillo could not get the job done. That's a very difficult jump. He just didn't time it late enough, and Petrillo is out on the crazy cliffhanger. Let's speak to him now to see how he feels about that run.
I said before I ran that a lot of those obstacles on stage 3 look a lot easier than they actually are, and the cliffhanger specifically, those are really tight ledges that you can get bumped off of pretty easily. And there's so much distance in between each jump that I'm not surprised that I failed it. I am happy I beat stage 2. I am, for a first time ever running this course, getting that far is pretty good. I don't know for sure if I'll compete in Tournament 4. If I do, I'll hopefully try and get a little further. If not, whenever I do compete again, I'll try my best.
Well, can our second competitor top up the first? RPG 445 or ROG is well known for being the host of his own jumping course called Spartan Sasuke.
Jeez. Anyways, 100 seconds. How will she do? She's on to the course and... That was so bad.
ROG has also been an incredible competitor, surprising everyone by reaching the final stage in Ninja Warrior of Halo 21. Now with all this success, let's find out if it's good enough to warrant ROG a third stage appearance on Tricky Sasuke. Alright, here he comes up the main can, ready to take on the second stage. The host of Spartan Sasuke, host of Lego Sasuke, host of Sasuke Adventure. He hosts a lot of things. It would be interesting if he brought back Sasuke Adventure and maybe do another Halo Sportsman. That'd be interesting. Alright, Rog is off on the second stage. 60 seconds to complete 5 obstacles. Let's see how he does. Rog. Alright, gonna go for the jump into the hamster roll. Ooh, gets a bit of a slide jump there. Also hits his head, but no problem. He did have an obstacle, the gunslinger, which is similar to the hamster roller, but no problem for Rog. Flies with the sand ladder like no problem into the cannonball alley. Alright, Rog making his way across. Alright, Rog makes the wraparound nicely. Rog, Tails would be very proud of this performance. Moving in to the broken tank. Alright, let's see if he can pull it off. Gonna do a punching strategy. Gets a back save jump. Barely lands on the barrel. Rog, 17 seconds left. He should be able to do it if he doesn't make a mistake. 13 seconds left. 1 ramp to go. The klaxon sounds, but it will not matter. And Rog has completed the Tricky Sasuke second stage. Let's take a look at this broken tank again. He gets a bit of a back jump and barely able to land on the barrel. Well done to him. And now, gonna go straight into stage 3. And here he goes. Rog. He's very worried about this cliffhanger. Let's see if he can pull it off. All right, this is the jump that Pedro failed. Can Rog get it? Gonna go for it. He barely gets a safe jump, but now it's the difficult jump to the 5th ledge. Rog gonna run into it. Rog, he comes up short, and Rog is out on the crazy cliffhanger. Rog, it was a great effort, but that jump is so difficult. He doesn't run into the wall enough, and he doesn't get the distance required to make the gap across. He wasn't really that close, and Rog is out on the crazy cliffhanger. Let's speak to him now to see how he feels about that run.
It feels pretty good to put on a decent run, got through all the obstacles on stage 2. I could not make it through that cliffhanger at all in practice. It was that very jump that I could not get through. But at least make it that far. I think it's a good run for me, so hopefully I can continue this momentum going into the future.
Well, our next competitor is hoping to get past this course. Can he do what 2 have done before? Skull Crusher 165 has been competing on Halo jumping for a very long time, but he hasn't had much success. It's all because of this non-success. He got memed as the guy called Smokey Invite Me.
Tetral State 66. Smokey, invite me!
The man formerly known as Tetral Skate 66 and the dude who doesn't listen to basketball rules has improved a lot since that time. With him getting his first clear on Tricky Sasuke, let's find out if it will be good enough to give him a 3rd stage appearance on Tricky Sasuke. Okay, here he comes. Tetral Skate 66 or Skull Crusher 165, doesn't matter what you call him, same person. Kinda crazy how this guy failed the Dancing Stones in Tournament 16. Let's see how he will do on the second stage. Got 60 seconds to complete 5 obstacles, and Smokey Invite Me is off. Very funny meme in my opinion. Anyway, oh, gets a bit of a low jump there, but he's able to get into the tunnel nicely. All right, Skull through the first obstacle. Now into the salmon ladder. All right, here he goes up the first rung, the second, the third. He's at the top. Oh, gets a bit hit at there, but now he's onto the cannonball alley. All right, he's onto the first. He's onto the second. Onto the third, and he doesn't get a jump off of the 5 ball, and he is out on the cannonball alley. Let's just take a look at replay. Just a simple error. He just doesn't get a jump off that 3rd ball, the 5 ball. He's not able to get a nice jump off of it. Gets a bit caught on that 3rd ball, and sadly, that is not going to do it. But a great run for Tetral, and sadly, he is out on the cannonball alley. Bad luck to him. Well, can our next competitor succeed? It's now time to find out. Crown Ferret 19, or Irish 1200 back in the Halo Reach days, has been doing Halo jumping for a very long time. His biggest accomplishment is reaching stage 3 on Halo Ninja Warrior 24, and he's also the host of his own Halo jumping course called Irish Warrior.
TrickyCyrus, lines up at the back of the ledge, goes for it, gets a save jump. TrickyCyrus lands it. A lot of concern about that jump, but Tricky lands it, gets the first upward jump. Now taking his time, setting up the second upward jump. Tricky bounces and comes up short. Oh man, what a great first attempt.
While being a great jumping host and a great competitor at the same time, let's see if Irish has what it takes to make everyone proud and reach stage 3 on Tricky Sasuke Tournament 3. Alright, here he comes. Alright, up the mannequin. I believe Pedro was here to support Irish. Here he is, his first time on the second stage. He failed the Dragon Glider in the last 2 tournaments. He's just very happy to be here. I'm very happy to have Irish on my second stage. Also, Irish for 35 premiering in about 30 minutes, I want to say. I do not have the runtime for this tournament. Anyway, Irish is off. Guys, after this premiere is over, go and watch Tournament 35, please. It's going to be a great tournament, hopefully. All right, Irish making his way through the hamster roller into the salmon ladder. All right, Irish going up. Oh, he hits his head there. All right, he's going to go up again. All right, Irish at the top of the salmon ladder. He's got 36 seconds left. Moving into the cannonball. We just saw Skull Crusher fail here. He's able to beat Skull Crusher. He gets the wraparound with 30 seconds left. Irish going to make the wraparound nicely. Well done. And now time for the broken tank. All right, 22 seconds left. Still doable. Irish is going to go onto the tank. He punches it, but he doesn't catch up with the barrel, and Irish is sadly out on the broken tank. If you look at the replay, he just punched it, but he doesn't time his jump correctly to catch up with the barrel, and Irish is sadly out on the broken tank. But what a great run. And go and watch Irish for 35, everyone, in like 30 minutes. Bad luck to Irish. Well, can our next competitor achieve a record? Joey Davis is arguably one of the most consistent Halo jumpers of all time. Even though he has struggled on this course, that doesn't take away his impressive accomplishments. He's also got great hosting skills by hosting Trials of Achilles and Next Level Jumping.
Jump up to the second. Oh my god, what a save! Oh, how did he make that? The jump that Smoking Revelis failed, but he got there, freeze flying. Now taking his time to set up for the last one. He goes for it, and free comes up short. Oh, she's shaking her head. That is not a good sign. Come on, Lucid. You can do it. She goes for it, Lucid Dreams. Comes up short of the 7th ledge.
Despite being a fantastic competitor, he is still waiting for his first big success on this course, so let's find out if Joey Davis can do what he thinks is best and reach stage 3 for his unbelievable 100th time in his Halo jumping career. Here he comes. He failed to get his 100th stage 2 clear in the last tournament, and now here he is getting a second chance at getting the big 100. Joey Davis, obviously a fantastic competitor, looking for his 100th second stage completion, and Joey is off. If Pedro can do it, if Rod can do it, surely Joey can beat this course. Joey gets a bit high there on the tunnel, but he's able to make it in. Joey Davis making his way out into the salmon ladder. Joey, I don't actually know if he does have his 100th second stage completion yet. I might have to ask him, but I don't think he'll reveal because spoilers are a bit excessive. Anyway, Joey Davis into the wraparound portion of the Cannonball Alley. Should be easy for a guy like Joey Davis, and he makes it look no problem. Got 25 seconds left, plenty of time, but this is the obstacle that he failed in the last tournament. It's the broken tank. Can he do it? Joey Davis shoots it down the track. Joey gets a nice jump, but he's going a bit far. Joey Davis is out on the broken tank again! Joey Davis! He's not able to get a good jump back, and he's unable to defeat this obstacle. And for the second tournament in a row, he is out on the broken tank. He jumped too far, and he's not able to catch up back to the barrel. And Joey Davis is heartbreakingly out once again on the broken tank. And his 100th Thursday appearance will have to wait. Joey Davis, that is disappointing. And he is out on the broken tank. Bad luck to Joey Davis. Well, there's only 3 competitors left Can anyone defeat this course? Junsato Cyan has been an up-and-coming rising star in the community by being the only competitor to reach Stage 3 of Spartan Ninja Warrior Tournament 25. He also hosts his own Halo jumping course called Tricky Sasuke.
He's using the middle side, and he has a lot of time left. Halo 5, he messes it up! No! Halo 5, he messes up! He messes up the head into 1 second and he dives out!
Cyan is looking to get revenge from his crazy cliffhanger fail in the last tournament, so let's find out if Cyan has what it takes to get back to Stage 3 and get his redemption on the cliffhanger. Alright, here he comes, Junsato Cyan, ready to take on the second stage once again. Here he is. He's been a very great Halo jumper as of recent. Let's see how he does on this course. And Cyan is off. He beat this stage in the last tournament. There's not really that many changes. Gets a bit of a boost forward. He's able to get into the tunnel nicely. This stage has not been changed that much since the last tournament, so this should be no problem for Cyan. Obviously, Cyan cut it very close back in stage 1, only cleared with under 2 seconds left. So hopefully he will be a little bit faster, today. Hopefully, have a comfortable clear. Cyan able to get around the wraparound nicely. 30 seconds left into the broken tank. He beat this in the last tournament, so hopefully he can do it again. There is that flat track, so let's see how he handles it. Cyan, he goes a bit back, but he's able to land on it. Cyan dismounts with 15 seconds left. Cyan, he's wasting a bit of time there. Cyan, he's going. Come on, Cyan. The klaxon sounds. Come on, Cyan. It's going to be a bit close, but I think he's okay. Cyan, there's no buzzer at the end. He just needs to hit the pole. There's no landmine there. He hits the pole, and Cyan has completed the second stage of Tricky Sasuke for the second tournament in a row. I have no idea why there's no pole there. The landmine wouldn't respawn. Anyway, Cyan, he's very confused. I had to tell him to hit the pole, but thankfully that will be counted as a clear. And Cyan, here we go. His second time on the third stage, and his revenge begins now. Cyan on the crazy cliffhanger, attempt number 2. All right, Cyan, this is the jump that he failed in the last tournament. Can he get it this time around? Cyan, he lines himself up, gonna go for it. And Cyan gets his revenge. Now can he get the jump that took out Rog a few moments ago? Cyan gonna get a nice jump. He gets a safe jump, and Cyan has defeated the crazy cliffhanger. He's able to get his revenge from the last tournament, making that jump, and this jump that just took out Rog. He's able to get the jump just at the right time, get the right angle, and Cyan has gotten his redemption on the crazy cliffhanger. What an incredible attempt, and Cyan will move on to the floating boards. Well done to Junsato Cyan. Wow, that was incredible. But he's still not done yet. He's shooting at the cliffhanger, but he's still not done. He's got 5 obstacles left if he wants to get to the final stage. Now it's the floating boards. No one has defeated this obstacle so far. Ravalis and Tumby got here in the last tournament. He barely makes it to that second board, but this is the jump that Ravalis failed in the last tournament. Tunvi's watching in the background, trying to get tips. Cyan getting ready to take on this jump. Can he do it? Cyan's gonna go for it, and he comes up short. Cyan is not able to make the jump. Tunvi jumps in with him, but it doesn't matter. Cyan cannot make the wraparound on the floating board, and he is out on the third stage. He didn't even touch it. Did he touch it? He grazed it, but he doesn't come close enough to even get his feet on top of it. I think he went a little bit too far ahead as well. And Junsato Cyan's incredible redemption arc has ended on the floating boards. But what a fantastic run. Nothing should be taken away from this man. And Cyan is out on the crazy cliffhanger, and Tun looks very disappointed. He'll be running in just a bit. Hopefully he can get some tips from Cyan. Let's talk to Junsato Cyan to see how he feels after that incredible run.
I'm very happy with the result, how I did. I mean, I got to 3.2, I beat the cliffhanger, which I'm very happy.
about, and like hopefully next tournament we can like improve and possibly get to this next obstacle. But to be honest, I did well and I deserved to get stage 3.
Well, if Cyan can't do it, can our next competitor get the job done? Revalis has been one of the upcoming stars in Halo jumping by reaching stage 3 on numerous courses like Irish Warrior and Spartan Sasuke. He put those skills to use in the last tournament, and he did not disappoint, making it all the way to the floating boards before sadly coming up short of the second wraparound. Today, he has a chance to get redemption, so let's find out if Revalis can make his way to the Tricky Sasuke final stage. Revalis has been training really hard. I generally do believe he has capability to reach my final stage, so let's see if he can pull it off tonight. 60 seconds for the first 5 obstacles, and Revalis is off. Revalis coming from a French background, that is very impressive. We don't get many French competitors outside of Yovgost. Oh, almost coming short of the tunnel there, but he's able to land it nicely. Revalis making his way through, and now into the sand ladder. Nice to see, a different variety of competitors. Usually we get lots of Americans. We got a few British competitors, but, Revalis, one of those rare competitors. I hope I get German people and other people, from different countries on this course very soon. Anyway, Revalis makes the wraparound. He failed the floating boards last time, so that was a piece of cake for him. Anyway, here we go, the broken tank. He was the first person ever to defeat this obstacle. Has he got it again? He gets the jump nicely, making it look like a piece of cake. Revalis, 13 seconds left. May want to slightly pick up the pace. Revalis into the vehicle ramp with the klaxon going off. Come on, Revalis. He's going to 5 seconds left. He needs to give it the pace. Come on. Revalis gets out. He hits the landmine. And with also 2.4 seconds left, Revalis completes the second stage. That is very rare you get people to clear at the same time. And we have some competitors supporting him. I believe that's Reiku, who is here to support him. And here we go. He got to the floating boards last time. He's got to get past the crazy cliffhanger first. Get that mongoose off the stage. This is serious business. Revalis. Here we go. Taking his time. Revalis. Here we go. He is off on the third stage once again. Revalis gets the perfect crouches nicely. Revalis can go for the fourth ledge. He gets it beautifully. Now the transfer to the fifth ledge. Revalis gonna go for it. Revalis. He comes up short. Revalis. He's not able to make it to the fifth ledge. And Revalis is surprisingly out on the crazy cliffhanger. He did this jump in the last tournament. It's exactly the same, but he misangles it. And Revalis has heartbreakingly failed on the crazy cliffhanger. I thought it was a guarantee he was going to at least make it back to the floating boards, but he will not do that this tournament. Revalis, that is absolutely devastating. I thought he was going to do it, but he will not get his redemption. Let's speak to him now to see how he feels about that upsetting run.
I'm feeling really happy for reaching stage 3 for my second time, but I didn't expect a fade like this. I'm waiting for Bedrock, and maybe in the future tournament I can be better.
Well, 49 have been defeated. Can our last man standing go where no one's gone before? The last man standing in Tournament 3 of Tricky Sasuke is Tunvi 101. While being an incredible jumper, he's also an incredible host by hosting Summit of Spartans.
Jumps to the second chain, to the third chain. He's getting jumps nicely, and he missed jumps to the fourth chain. Didn't even get a jump on chain. That's to the final chain.
In the last tournament, he was unable to get past the second floating board, and tonight, he has a chance at redemption. So let's find out if our Summit of Spartans host can survive and reach the final stage of Tricky Sasuke. We started with 50 competitors at the stage 1 start line. Now only one competitor is left with a chance of achieving total victory and taking home 25 pounds on Xbox Live. The task may seem impossible, but if anyone can do it, it's our final competitor who has the best chance of going all the way. Here he is. We've got 4 clears so far, very impressive. But here he is, Ton V101 for the second tournament in a row. Keep this tournament alive. He is off. The last man standing. Please do not pull a Sunny. That would be very disappointing. Ton. He barely gets into the tunnel. Thankfully, no Sunnyside splash moment. He sadly did not compete this tournament. Hopefully, I'll get him next time. Anyway, Ton into the sand ladder, making it look like a piece of cake. He gets hit off by that top bar there, but no problem. He is eyeing the revenge for the floating boards. And I guess this is a little bit of practice here. This wrap round, has he gotten better? We get a bit of a save jump that might concern him for the actual floating boards if he gets there. 20 seconds left as he moves into the broken tank. Is he going to do his usual punching strategy? Yes, he is. He is able to succeed. He's into the vehicle ramps with the klaxon going off. Come on, Ton. Should be enough time he can do it. He's got 5 seconds. Ton gets out. He hits the buzzer with 3.3 seconds to spare. Let's look at our stage 2 clears. Rog has the fastest time. We also have 2 competitors clearing with 2.4 seconds left. Well done to both of them. But now it's time for business, Ton. Here we go. He is the last man standing. He is the only person. But first, he needs to get past this cliffhanger if he wants revenge on the floating boards. Ton onto the second ledge. Ton onto the third ledge. Now this jump to the 4th ledge. Ton lining himself up. Ton, he's gonna go for it. Can he make it? No, he cannot! And Ton is out on the crazy cliffhanger! Ton V is not able to make the jump to the 4th ledge, and he's ended the entire tournament on this one jump. It is so difficult. Even Ton can't make it. He couldn't replicate what Cyan did, and Ton is out on the crazy cliffhanger. I don't think he got a late enough jump, and he's not able to make it to the other side. He gets close, but it's not good enough. And with that, it is game over. Nobody will be moving on to the final stage in this tournament.
It was honestly a bit disappointing failing the cliffhanger, but it's to be expected that things like rough as hell. Going to the tournament, I was looking forward to the revenge on the floating boards, or at least get past that jump I failed. But to be honest, I feel clearly satisfied keeping stage 1 streak alive, especially on that dragon glider. Going to 24, I hope to at least continue with stage 1 streak and who knows, maybe get to the stage again.
Well, 50 tried, and sadly 50 failed. I want to give credit to those on screen right now for helping me out with this tournament. Thank you so much. And if you want to know any of the music, and also all the tournaments that were in this video, in profiles or anything like that, please check the description down below. It would be nice since I worked very hard on those descriptions. Moving on to the top 20, Cyan finishes as gold competitor, being the only one to reach the floating boards. Rog finishes in 3rd place, while Pedro on his newcomer appearance finishes in 5th. August is the best on the Dragon Glider, while Elite finishes in the top 10 for the 3rd tournament in a row. The rest of the top 20 for the 3rd tournament in a row is filled with competitors who all failed the Dragon Glider, including Snoz, Whirlpool, Ryan, Matty, Caden, and Halo fan squeaking by in 20th place. I want to thank all 50 competitors for competing in this tournament. If you want to compete in a future tournament, message me, TrickyCyrus from Xbox Live, or contact me at Discord at CyrusOK with a full stop at the end. The tournament forum apps are now available, and you can also download the Tricky Sasuke game type. Please join the Halo Jumping Community Discord server, and I will see you next time on Tricky Sasuke. Until then, bye guys.
And we're off.